Welcome back to my channel, Celebes. Please share and subscribe and press the bell icon for new updates. Top 6 actors Danny DeVito hated the most. Danny DeVito was born Daniel Michael DeVito Jr. on November 17, 1944 in Neptune Township, New Jersey. He is one of the most loved and special people in American TV and movies. He is only 4 feet 10 inches tall because of a rare body condition called multiple epiphyseal dysplasia. DeVito's short height became his special look and gave people hope. His story from a working-class Italian-American family to being a Hollywood star shows us that hard work, never giving up, and being yourself really matters. He grew up in Asbury Park with 2 older sisters. DeVito learned to be funny and loved acting when he was young. These things would help him later in his job. His first step toward acting came when he was a teenager working at his sister's hair salon. He got really good at making customers laugh and have fun. Looking for something bigger, DeVito went to the American Academy of Dramatic Arts in New York City. There he learned how to act better and be disciplined on stage. Early on, he took small parts in theater shows and even worked as a hairdresser between acting jobs to pay his bills. His hard work paid off when he got a part in the 1975 movie One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. He played the gentle and memorable character Martini alongside Jack Nicholson. This role made people notice him and led to his big break as Louis Dielma on the hit TV show Taxi from 1978 to 1983. His acting as the mean but oddly sweet dispatcher earned him praise from critics and an Emmy Award. This made everyone know he was really good at comedy timing. DeVito's career grew into a mix of comedy, drama, and even directing movies. In the 1980s and 1990s, he became a regular in big Hollywood movies. From the romantic comedy Romancing the Stone in 1984 to the darkly funny Ruthless People in 1986, his work in Twins in 1988 opposite Arnold Schwarzenegger showed he could play different types of characters. Batman Returns in 1992 showed his skill at playing complex, weird characters. He turned the Penguin into a performance that was both gross and sadly tragic. As a director, DeVito was just as good. He directed movies like Throw Mama from the Train in 1987, The War of the Roses in 1989, and Matilda in 1996. The last one became a family favorite. In later years, DeVito found new fans through his role as the crazy Frank Reynolds in the long-running cult TV show It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. His fearless commitment to silly humor and physical comedy made him a fan favorite. This showed that his comedy skills had only gotten better with time. Away from cameras, DeVito is known for his warm personality, close friendships with co-stars, and his long marriage to actress Rhea Perlman. They have 3 children together. Although they have gone through separations, their bond remains unusually strong by Hollywood standards. It is marked by mutual respect and love. Beyond acting, Danny DeVito has been an outspoken supporter of social causes, someone who fights for worker rights and promotes taking care of the environment. He has also used his special rough voice for many animated projects, most notably Hercules in 1997 and The Lorax in 2012, where his voice alone became the main charm of the characters. This tribute to Danny DeVito is more than just listing his career achievements. It is a celebration of an artist who has gone against industry rules. His life and work remind us that success is not about fitting physical ideals or Hollywood stereotypes, but about talent, hard work, and being real. DeVito's characters, whether morally questionable, comically silly, or unexpectedly tender, connect with people because they show human complexity. He has made audiences laugh, cry, and think for over 50 years. In doing so, he has earned a permanent place in entertainment history. In 1991, Danny DeVito took a major step beyond acting and directing by starting his own production company called Jersey Films. This move showed his growing influence in the entertainment industry, not only as a performer, but as a creative force able to bring high-quality, unique, and often daring projects to life. Under DeVito's leadership, Jersey Films became known for making many different types of movies that often pushed the limits of mainstream Hollywood storytelling. Among its most notable early successes was Pulp Fiction in 1994, Quentin Tarantino's groundbreaking crime epic revolutionized independent film in the 1990s and won the Palme d'Or at Cannes. DeVito's role as a producer on the project made his reputation as someone with a good eye for scripts that could combine critical praise with box office success. Jersey Films continued its winning streak with Get Shorty in 1995, a stylish, satirical crime comedy based on Elmore Leonard's novel. The film was both a commercial success and a critical darling, showing DeVito's ability to back projects that balanced wit, strong performances, and mass audience appeal. Perhaps one of the company's most widely recognized achievements came with Aaron Brockovich in 2000, a biographical drama starring Julia Roberts as a legal assistant who takes on a major utility company accused of contaminating a town's water supply. The film became a box office hit, earned Roberts an Academy Award for Best Actress, and brought DeVito himself an Academy Award nomination for Best Picture as one of its producers, a major professional milestone. Jersey Films also backed Gattaca in 1997, a visually stunning, thought-provoking sci-fi film exploring themes of genetic engineering, human potential, and societal discrimination. While not a massive commercial hit upon release, Gattaca later gained cult status for its unique visual style and deeply philosophical undertones. In 2004, DeVito's company produced Garden State, the directorial debut of Zach Braff. This indie romantic dramedy became a cultural touchstone for a generation of young adults. It was praised for its intimate storytelling and distinctive soundtrack, further proving DeVito's knack for recognizing and nurturing unconventional voices in film. DeVito's producing efforts extended well beyond the big screen. He played a pivotal role in developing Reno 911, a mockumentary-style police comedy series for Comedy Central that ran from 2003 to 2009 and became a cult favorite. The show's silly humor, improvisational style, and memorable ensemble cast connected with audiences, leading to the feature film Reno 911, Miami in 2007. Years later, when the streaming platform Quibi launched, DeVito was instrumental in reviving the series for a new generation of viewers, proving his ability to adapt to changing trends in media consumption. Even decades into his career, DeVito continued seeking bold, meaningful projects. In 2019, Jersey Films optioned the screenplay to Tom's River, a story of science and salvation, a Pulitzer Prize-winning nonfiction book by Dan Fagan. The book investigates a decades-long environmental contamination case in New Jersey, reflected DeVito's ongoing interest in producing socially conscious stories with real-world impact, mirroring the kind of layered, important narratives that had long defined Jersey Films' output. Danny DeVito, one of Hollywood's most recognizable and beloved actors, stands at a height of 5'0", 152 His notably short stature has often been a point of public curiosity and is the result of a rare genetic condition known as multiple epiphyseal dysplasia. Sometimes referred to as Fairbanks disease, this disorder affects the growth and development of the long bones in the body, leading to shorter limbs and in some cases joint pain or other bone problems. While such a condition might have discouraged others from pursuing careers in a visual medium like film and television, where height and physical presence can often play a significant role, DeVito embraced his uniqueness. Rather than seeing it as a limitation, he transformed it into a defining element of his on-screen personality, bringing unmatched charm, comedic timing, and intensity to his roles. A pivotal moment in DeVito's personal life occurred on January 17, 1971, when he first met actress Rhea Perlman. The meeting took place under lucky circumstances. Perlman had gone to watch a friend perform in the single performance of a stage production titled The Shrinking Bride, a play in which DeVito happened to be featured. The chemistry between them was immediate and undeniable. Just 2 weeks later, in a move that spoke volumes about the depth of their instant connection, the couple decided to move in together. Their relationship continued to grow over the following decade, and after more than 10 years of living as partners, they officially got married on January 28, 1982. Their marriage brought 3 children into the world, each carving their own paths in life. Lucy Chet DeVito, born on March 11, 1983, who would later follow in her parents' footsteps as an actress. Grace Fan DeVito, born in March 1985, who would lean more toward producing and working behind the scenes in the entertainment industry, and their youngest, Jacob Daniel DeVito, born in October 1987, who has largely stayed out of the Hollywood spotlight. Over the years, DeVito and Perlman shared not only a life together, but also a professional relationship that translated well onto screens, both large and small. They famously acted alongside each other in the critically acclaimed television sitcom Taxi, where DeVito's portrayal of the loud and irritable dispatcher Louis De Palma became iconic, and Perlman also made appearances. They later reunited professionally in the beloved 1996 film Matilda, based on Roald Dahl's novel, in which they played the hilariously neglectful and morally questionable parents of the title character. Their natural comedic chemistry in Matilda was proof of their long-standing personal and professional bond. Despite their deep history, the couple faced challenges. In October 2012, after 30 years of marriage and more than 40 years together, they announced their separation. Fans were saddened by the news, but just a few months later, in March 2013, they got back together, giving hope for their relationship. Unfortunately, this renewed chapter did not last forever. In March 2017, DeVito and Perlman separated once again. Unlike many Hollywood breakups, however, theirs remained remarkably friendly. Perlman publicly stated that neither she nor DeVito had any intention of filing for divorce. They chose instead to maintain a deep friendship and family unity for the sake of their children and their decades of shared life. In 2019, Perlman told interviewer Andy Cohen that their post-separation relationship had evolved into something even more positive. She explained that they had actually grown closer as friends than they had been during the final years of their marriage, proving that love can take many forms and that mutual respect can survive even after romantic ties change. Danny DeVito has been in Hollywood long enough to collect a few enemies along the way. While the It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia star is known for his comedic genius and lovable chaotic energy, behind the scenes there were a few co-stars and fellow actors who reportedly rubbed him the wrong way. Some of these grudges came from creative differences, some from on-set behavior, and others from good old-fashioned clashing personalities. Here's the deep dive into the 6 actors DeVito allegedly couldn't stand. 1. Arnold Schwarzenegger. You'd think the unlikely pairing of the tiny DeVito and the towering Schwarzenegger in Twins, 1988, and Junior, 1994, would make them lifelong buddies. But according to Hollywood insiders, the friendship seen on screen didn't always translate behind the camera. DeVito reportedly grew frustrated with Arnold's superstar scheduling, which meant frequent breaks for gym time, protein shakes, and long phone calls with his political advisors. Even in the early 90s, Danny, a no-nonsense professional who liked to work fast and rap early, apparently clashed with Arnold's slower pace and need for perfection in every take. It didn't help that Schwarzenegger's paychecks were much bigger than DeVito's, despite their films being built as equal partnerships. While they remained polite in public, DeVito is rumored to have told close friends he would never again share top billing with a human skyscraper. 2. Jim Carrey. The clash of comedy styles was the main problem here. When DeVito worked on projects that brought him near the whirlwind energy of Jim Carrey in the mid-1990s, it was like oil and water. Carrey's improvisations often went wildly off script, adding hours to shooting days, which made DeVito, who preferred tight, well-rehearsed comedic timing, visibly annoyed. In interviews, DeVito was diplomatic, calling Carrey a real live wire, but crew members recalled him muttering under his breath during extended takes. The final straw reportedly came when Carrey pulled an elaborate on-set prank that involved hiding DeVito's chair, replacing it with a child's booster seat, and having the entire crew act as if nothing was wrong. While Carrey thought it was hilarious, DeVito didn't. He stormed off for the day. The two never worked together again. 3. Dustin Hoffman. The tension between these two award-winning actors allegedly stemmed from ego when they crossed paths in the late 80s for a table read of a script that never got made. Hoffman reportedly dominated the room, interrupting DeVito's lines and giving unwanted acting notes. Friends of Danny say he referred to Hoffman as the professor of overacting in private conversations. Though they never had a public falling out, DeVito supposedly turned down a major role opposite Hoffman in the mid-90s purely to avoid him. 4. Bill Murray. Bill Murray's free-spirited, unpredictable behavior is legendary in Hollywood. But for DeVito, it was less charming and more exhausting. They almost worked together on a quirky indie comedy in the early 2000s, but according to reports, DeVito quit after just 1 week of rehearsals. The breaking point: Murray allegedly arrived late every day, ad-libbed entire scenes, and once brought a live raccoon to set as a scene partner. While most people laughed, DeVito was fuming, reportedly saying, "We're not here to babysit a woodland creature. We're here to make a movie." Here to make a movie. The production was recast without Murray or DeVito, and the two have kept their distance ever since. 5. Chevy Chase. Chevy Chase is infamous for his difficult behavior on set, and apparently DeVito got a front row seat to it during a celebrity charity event in the early 90s. The two were supposed to co-host a televised fundraiser, but Chase allegedly belittled crew members, ignored rehearsal times, and openly mocked DeVito's height in front of the audience. That night, DeVito did his job professionally, but backstage he was reportedly livid. Friends say he vowed never to work with Chase under any circumstances, even turning down a cameo opportunity years later that would have paired them on Saturday Night Live. The Grudge, by all accounts, has never thawed. 6. Bruce Willis. On paper, Bruce Willis and Danny DeVito seemed like they could get along. Both Jersey-born tough guys with a sharp sense of humor. But when they worked together in the 90s on Look Who's Talking Now, where Willis voiced the dog and DeVito voiced a rival, friction emerged during the promotional tour. Willis allegedly skipped multiple interviews, leaving DeVito to pick up the slack. And when he did show up, he dominated the conversation with off-topic stories about his nightlife escapades. DeVito was irritated not only by the lack of professionalism, but also by Willis's tendency to turn everything into a competition, even joking about whose voice dog was more popular. That playful banter never sat right with DeVito, and he quietly passed on any future offers involving Willis.